This is the voice of the National Weather Service, NOAA Weather Radio, KHP-34, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz, serving southeast Florida, and originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office located on the main campus of Florida International University. The current time is 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Earthquake early warning. Repeat, earthquake early warning. We interrupt NOAA's weather forecast cycle to deliver an urgent alert bulletin from the National Geological Survey. An underwater earthquake has been detected. Preliminary readings estimate a magnitude of 8.6 on the Richter scale. The earthquake will strike the coastline of Miami-Dade within the next 5 minutes. All residents within the affected counties are to seek shelter immediately, duck below a table or bed, and avoid standing in doorways. Not seeking shelter will put your life at risk. Repeat, all residents within the affected counties are to seek shelter immediately, duck below a table or bed, and avoid standing in doorways. Not seeking shelter will put your life at risk. And remember, an earthquake early warning means that an earthquake will hit your listening area. Do not wait to feel an earthquake. Take cover now.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Florida Emergency Management Agency and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. This is an update to the early earthquake warning that was issued about an hour ago. An earthquake with a magnitude of 8.6 on the Richter scale has struck Miami-Dade County and the surrounding counties such as Monroe and Broward. However, it is believed that a tsunami has formed due to the earthquake. All residents are heavily advised to be alert for a possible tsunami warning that will be issued later. If a tsunami warning has been issued, get to higher ground immediately. Please stay tuned to trusted media outlets for more information. Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the Florida Emergency Management Agency. At around 1:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a tsunami was detected 25 nautical miles north of Miami Beach. This is a result of a magnitude 8.6 earthquake that occurred 1 hour and 30 minutes ago. This tsunami has been confirmed to be reported by the Coast Guard. This tsunami will affect the coastal areas in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. Residents in Miami-Dade and Broward and are within a 3-mile radius of the beach should evacuate immediately. This tsunami may cause destructive damage to coastal areas and cause major flash flooding. This tsunami is estimated to arrive in 30 minutes for Miami-Dade and is estimated to arrive in 50 minutes for Broward. To repeat, a large tsunami is expected to hit Miami-Dade and Broward. Evacuate to higher ground messages transmitted at the request of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the Florida Emergency Management Agency. This is an update to the tsunami warning that was issued 5 minutes ago. The Coast Guard has confirmed this tsunami to be 150 feet tall in size. This is confirmed to be a life-threatening tsunami for residents in Miami-Dade and Broward. The estimated tsunami waves are still confirmed to be at the same time. As a result, this tsunami warning has now been upgraded to a tsunami emergency. All residents in the affected counties are urged to evacuate immediately. Residents who are within 2 to 5 miles inland are at risk for flooding, and areas less than 2 miles the coast are at extreme risk for catastrophic flooding. Residents who are within 5 miles should not worry about packing items with you other than a wallet, money, or other important needs, as it can delay your time to evacuate. Contraflow is also being enacted on all roads heading inland. Repeating, a tsunami warning has been upgraded to a tsunami emergency for Miami-Dade and Broward coastal areas. Evacuate immediately.
The civil authorities have issued an earthquake warning for Charleston, SC, Georgetown, SC, Glory, SC, beginning at 1:47 p.m. and ending at 2:17 p.m. This is an urgent earthquake bulletin from the National Geological Survey. An earthquake early warning has been issued for Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry counties. The earthquake's magnitude is expected to be 7.8 on the Richter scale. This earthquake is expected to strike the coastlines of these counties within 3 to 5 minutes. Residents are urged to get into shelter under a nearby table or desk. Cover yourself with your hand. Aftershocks may happen. Stay in your shelter until the all-clear signal has been given. Stay tuned to this station or other outlets on this situation. Repeating, an earthquake early warning has been issued for Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry counties. The earthquake's magnitude is expected to be 7.8 on the Richter scale.
One, two, three, let's go!
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Charleston, South Carolina, Georgetown, South Carolina, Glory, South Carolina, beginning at 1:59 p.m. and ending at 2:44 p.m. This is an update to the earthquake warning 12 minutes ago. The earthquake damage has been reported across the affected counties. Some roads are impassable due to the damage caused. Emergency services may not be able to reach you as a result. It may be confirmed that a tsunami has been generated due to this earthquake. A voluntary evacuation order is issued. All residents who are planning to evacuate should pack supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a hand crank or battery-powered radio, and important needs. Contraflow is also being enacted at this time. If you encounter an impassable road, find a shortcut around you. Stay tuned to more FM radio, media outlets, or internet sources for the latest updates on this situation.
A civil authority has issued a civil danger warning for the following counties or areas: Charleston, SC, Georgetown, SC, Horry, South Carolina, at 2:15 p.m. on April 25th, 2020, effective until 3 p.m. Message from IPOSCAP. The first wave may not be the largest. At 1:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on April 20th, an earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 7.8 occurred 25 miles east of Charleston, South Carolina. Tsunami warning is now in effect, which includes the coastal areas of Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry. If you are located in this coastal area, move inland to higher ground now. Tsunami warnings mean that a tsunami with significant inundation is possible or is already occurring. Tsunamis are a series of waves dangerous many hours after initial arrival time. Estimated tsunami start times for selected sites are Charleston, South Carolina, 2:35 p.m. at April 20th. Georgetown, South Carolina, 2:45 p.m. at April 20th. Horry, South Carolina, 2:55 p.m. at April 20th. The tsunami warning will remain in effect until further notice. Refer to the internet site Tsunami.gov for more information.
Tsunami warning. Repeat, tsunami warning. The National Weather Service in Charleston has issued a tsunami warning for the coastal areas of Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry. If you are located in this coastal area, move inland to higher ground now. At 1:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on April 20th, an earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 7.8 occurred 25 miles east of Charleston, South Carolina. Estimated arrival times for the first in the series of tsunami waves are as follows in Eastern Daylight Time. Charleston, South Carolina on April 20th at 2:35 p.m. Georgetown, South Carolina on April 20th at 2:45 p.m. Horry, South Carolina on April 20th at 2:55 p.m. Once again, the National Weather Service has issued a tsunami warning for the coastal areas of Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry. If you are located in this coastal area, move inland to higher ground now. Stay tuned to your local news source and NOAA Weather Radio for further information and updates.
The civil authorities have issued an earthquake warning for Brunswick, NC, New Hanover, NC, and Pender, NC, beginning at 2:35 p.m. and ending at 3:05 p.m. WXDR. This is an urgent earthquake message from the United States Geological Survey. An early earthquake warning has been issued for Brunswick, New Hanover, and Pender. The estimated magnitude of this earthquake is expected to be 8.9 on the Richter scale. Residents are now urged to go under a sturdy piece of furniture and cover themselves. Repeating, an early earthquake warning has been issued for Brunswick, New Hanover, and Pender.
Civil authorities have issued an immediate evacuation for Beaufort, Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry, beginning at 2:40 p.m. and ending at 3:55 p.m. The following message is transmitted at the request of the South Carolina Emergency Management Division and the South Carolina National Guard. A mandatory evacuation has been issued for the coastal areas of Beaufort, Charleston, Georgetown, and Horry. The tsunami that was generated minutes ago is expanding at a faster rate, and it is expected to reach the coastal areas within the next 30 minutes. Residents living in the coastal areas should evacuate immediately. Gather supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a hand crank or battery-powered radio, and important needs. If you choose not to evacuate, you will be putting your life in extreme danger. When evacuating, tie a white towel to a mailbox or door. This will tell emergency managers that you are aware of this situation. Stay tuned to AM or FM radio, media outlets, or internet sources for the latest updates on this situation.
The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for Brunswick NC, New Hanover NC, and Pender NC, beginning at 2:50 p.m. and ending at 3:20 p.m., WXDR. The following message is transmitted at the request of the North Carolina Emergency Management Agency. An earthquake with a magnitude of 8.9 has been reported in the coastal areas of Brunswick, New Hanover, and Pender. This earthquake has caused major damage to roads, homes, and businesses. Roads have been confirmed to be impassable. A 189 feet tsunami has also been confirmed to have generated 45 miles of New Hanover and is expected to be in Brunswick in 30 minutes, New Hanover in 40 minutes, and Pender in 50 minutes. Aftershocks are also confirmed at this time. All residents are urged to try their best to evacuate. Watch out for downed utility poles and wires, rising water levels, fallen overpasses, or collapsed bridges. If you are in the middle of an aftershock, stop as quickly and safely as possible until the shaking stops, and continue driving. Stay tuned for more information on this life-threatening situation.
Yes, Yaron James, I think I found something suspicious about what is happening today.
What is it?
Remember these earthquakes and tsunamis that occurred earlier, like in Florida and South and North Carolina?
What about them?
Well, I think the point at that these earthquakes and tsunamis occur quickly in the afternoon seems kind of suspicious. Like, these earthquakes and tsunamis cannot even happen 3 times a day. Earthquakes and tsunamis do not happen that much now, and I am assuming it is a supernatural occurrence or something like that.
I guess you do have a point. We had to issue 3 earthquake warnings in a day. That's just, I'll be honest, unusual.
I do agree. Should we contact the US government about this?
I mean, what if they don't even know about what is happening? What if it goes throughout all the other areas? So of course, we may need to inform them about the situation.
Maybe a good choice.
I also heard that 925 residents have either been killed or injured by those earthquakes or tsunamis. 450 in Florida, 260 in South Carolina, and 215 in North Carolina. I think I will inform the US government about this.
We apologize for the interruption to WXDR LP radio. At this time, a National Information Center statement was requested by the White House. Please stand by for important information from this alert, as it may be vital to your safety.
Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am a representative of the President. This is a National Information Center statement, yellow card. The emergency alert system has been activated due to events occurring in coastal areas. Over the last hour, multiple reports of earthquakes and damaging tsunamis have occurred across coastal areas such as Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Reports speculated that a supernatural individual may be causing all of this, but it is unknown at this time. It is also known if this event will go global. Over 925 residents have been injured or killed by earthquakes and tsunamis. At this time, residents are advised to be on the lookout for any alerts issued by Emergency Management and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Scientists are still trying to get to the bottom of this situation. Another statement will be issued once the situation gets found out. After this event, we may be destroyed, but we will still be a team and regain what is lost. Because this is America, the country will still be powerful no matter what. This concludes my message. May God be with you all.
Alright, that concludes the message from the White House. Normal programming may be resumed at this time. If our area gets under tsunami warning, we will go off the air until further notice. Thank you for listening to WXDR. We will now resume our schedule for the evening.
that alert gave me the chills. I need a moment. It may be some hijack or something. Oh well, maybe it's just my mind screwing with me.
What the fuck? Is that a face? The hijack was true the whole time? I think I should take a picture of this and send it to Twitter. This seems rare. Ah!
Hello, I am Sullivan Miller and welcome to Breaking News. It is 1:10 a.m. Central Daylight Time and we'll talk about what is happening right now. Okay. A hijack in the emergency alert system occurred 1 hour ago about the moon having a dark secret. It was confirmed to be true as multiple rumors about the moon having a face have been confirmed to be passed around Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media websites. Multiple 911 calls about the situation were reported, causing some of the 911 services to overflow and are now experiencing outages. The person responsible for the hijack is unknown at this time, but when caught, the hijacker will be shown with no mercy. It is unknown if the moon caused tsunamis and earthquakes. Scientists are still getting to the bottom of the situation. At this time,
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Jackson, MS, Johnson, KS, Leavenworth, KS, Miami, KS, Wyandotte, KS, Cass, MO, Clay, MO, Clinton, MO, Jackson, MO, Lafayette, MO, Platt, MO, Ray, MO beginning at 1:10 am and ending at 2:40 am. 911 services are experiencing an outage across the Kansas City metro area. This is due to multiple 911 calls which included the reports of the moon having a face. At this time, people who have an emergency may not be able to dial 911. If you're in the affected area and have an emergency, call 816-234-5230. Repeating, 911 services are experiencing an outage across the Kansas City metro area. This is due to multiple 911 calls which included the reports of the moon having a face. At this time, people who have an emergency may not be able to dial 911. If you're in the affected area and have an emergency, call 816-234-5230.
Oh dear.
Why are the alarms going off?
I think it was because of the tsunami from yesterday.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look good.
Get it reported to the emergency management now. I will try to fix the situation with Mike.
Alright.
Sir, there is something wrong with reactor number 1 and reactor 2. It's extremely unstable.
What? What do you mean it's extremely unstable?
Just look at the readings. It's completely off the charts.
This is insane. It shouldn't have gotten that high. Initiate the emergency cooling systems.
Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. The emergency cooling systems aren't even working.
They're not working? Shit! Call the management agency. We are experiencing a meltdown in reactor number 1 and number 2. We need to evacuate everyone right here and now.
Yes, sir.
Attention, a nuclear meltdown is imminent. To repeat, a nuclear meltdown is imminent. Evacuate the power plant now. To repeat, evacuate the power plant now.
Nuclear power plant warning. Repeating, nuclear power plant warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Florida Emergency Management Agency. A general emergency has been declared at the Turkey Point power plant. This is due to the 150 feet tsunami that occurred yesterday, causing damages to reactors 1 and 2. As a result, a mandatory evacuation order has been issued for residents within a 150-mile radius of the Turkey Point power plant. If you choose not to evacuate, you will be putting your life in extreme danger. When evacuating, tie a white towel to a mailbox or door. This will tell emergency managers that you are aware of the situation. If you have problems evacuating, emergency management can help you get out of the area easily. Residents are urged to gather supplies such as food, water, medical supplies, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, including important needs. Contraflow is also being enacted to get residents out of the area immediately. Do not delay, evacuate now.
A civil authority has issued a nuclear power plant warning for the following counties or areas. Brunswick, North Carolina, at 8 a.m. on APR 26, 2020, effective until 10 a.m. Message from IPOSCAP. A nuclear power plant warning has been declared for residents near a 500-mile radius of the Brunswick nuclear plant. At this time, you are now urged to evacuate. Gather supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. Roads are still impassable at this time, so if you encounter one, find a shortcut route. Shelter in place is also available for people who are concerned that may not make it in time. Residents who are planning to shelter in place must turn off fans, air conditioners, and forced air heating units that bring air in from the outside. If possible, close and lock all windows and doors and close fireplace dampers. This nuclear power plant meltdown may be caused by the tsunami yesterday. Do not panic, as it is demonstrated that panicking will make situations worse as it is right now. If you need assistance, call the Brunswick Emergency Management Agency, as they will be able to help you during this emergency. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, AM or FM radio, and media outlets including internet sources for the
Immediate evacuation for the entirety of Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, and Georgia. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Due to a series of events that involve a nuclear meltdown in Florida, a chain reaction is expected to happen within the next hour. All residents within Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee, and other nearby states are under a mandatory evacuation until further notice. Gather food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. When evacuating, cover the mailbox with a damp white towel upon evacuating. Do not cover the mailbox with a towel if you need assistance. Be sure to evacuate west. If you choose to shelter in place, you are putting your life at risk and may be facing certain death. Do not wait, evacuate now.
Civil emergency message for Philadelphia. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Philadelphia Police Department, the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, and the Pennsylvania National Guard. Due to mass civil unrest and looting are occurring through a majority of Philadelphia, a citywide curfew and stay-home order has been put into place which will begin this evening at 9 o'clock p.m. Failure to comply will result in immediate arrest. Do not be out in the streets after 9 o'clock p.m.
One of Chantal's most important tasks was to make sure that we had measures in place that would keep us all safe, and in particular during surgery.
At the start of the pandemic, Jowett helped us deliver packaged hygiene kits to give to frontline workers.
I met Jamie when she took on the role of medical lead for MSF's Canadian COVID-19 response team.
Event type is tsunami. For Lunenburg, Queens and Shelburne. At 7 a.m. Atlantic Daylight Time, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake was detected 45 kilometers southeast of Shelburne 45 minutes ago and has generated a tsunami that is 100 meters tall. This is a destructive tsunami. All residents in Lunenburg, Queens, and Shelburne must evacuate inland to higher ground. It is not necessary to gather supplies except for a hand crank or battery-powered radio, and important needs such as your ID and money, as doing so will delay your time of evacuating. Arrival times have also been confirmed at this time. The tsunami will arrive in Shelburne in 20 minutes, Queens in 35 minutes, and Lunenburg in 50 minutes. Repeating, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake was detected 45 kilometers southeast of Shelburne 45 minutes ago and has generated a tsunami that is 100 meters tall. Evacuate now.
Le type d'événement est tsunami. Pour Lunenburg, Queens et Shelburne. À 7 heures, heure avancée de l'Atlantique, un séisme de magnitude 9,0 a été détecté à 45 km au sud-est de Shelburne il y a 45 minutes et a généré un tsunami de 100 mètres de haut. C'est un tsunami destructeur. Tous les résidents de Lunenburg, Queens et Shelburne doivent évacuer l'intérieur des terres vers un terrain plus élevé. Il n'est pas nécessaire de rassembler des fournitures, sauf pour une manivelle ou une radio alimentée par batterie et des besoins importants tels que votre carte d'identité et votre argent, car cela retardera votre temps d'évacuation. Les heures d'arrivée ont également été confirmées à 7 heures. Le tsunami arrivera à Shelburne en 20 minutes, dans le Queens en 35 minutes et à Lunenburg en 50 minutes. À répétition, un séisme de magnitude 9,0 a été détecté à 45 km au sud-est de Shelburne il y a 45 minutes et a généré un tsunami de 100 mètres de haut. Évacuez maintenant.
This is an emergency warning. The current threat level is emergency. This means an emergency is taking place. As of 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, an 8.7 magnitude earthquake was reported 20 meters off the east coast of Australia and has generated a tsunami that is 100 meters tall. Impact is expected within the next 45 minutes for the following cities: Brisbane, Cairns, Forster, Sydney. The tsunami will arrive in Brisbane in 35 minutes, Cairns in 38 minutes, Forster in 36 minutes and Sydney in 40 minutes. This is a destructive tsunami. Residents living in Brisbane, Cairns, Forster, Sydney are urged to evacuate to higher ground. Evacuate now. Seek a place of safety now. Evacuate inland and get to high ground now. Ensure you have gathered supplies such as a hand crank or battery-powered radio. If you choose not to evacuate, you will put your life in immediate danger. All stations within the East Coast will leave off the air. Repeating, a tsunami will impact the East Coast. Evacuate inland to high ground now.
「自分を見て驚くみんなの姿」「店先ではできない触れ合いの中でカーネルは決心しました」「地震です」もっと自分たちから動き出そう。発信しよう。おいしさの裏側にある
緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。
合言葉は発見タッキー。
緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。
やっぱりこれだな。
ちょっと待った！
これは私たちのスタジオからの緊急のニュース速報です。
こんにちは。ご存知のように、岩手県、宮城県、福島県、岩手県、千葉県、東京県、神奈川県、埼玉県で緊急地震速報が発令されました。東京都町田市でのライブ映像です。あなたが見ることができるように、カメラはすべての方向に動き回っています。NHK 放送局の情報によると、午前11時頃、東北地方と関東地方で揺れが感じられた。震源が海底にあると津波の可能性があります。沿岸地域や川の近くから離れることをお勧めします。繰り返しになりますが、岩手県、宮城県、福島県、岩手県、千葉県、東京県、神奈川県、埼玉県で緊急地震速報が発令されました。NHK 放送局の情報によると、午前11時頃、東北地方と関東地方で揺れが感じられた。震源が海底にあると津波の可能性があります。沿岸地域や川の近くから離れることをお勧めします。スタジオでも震えを感じました。また、落ち着いて行動することをお勧めします。そして今、私たちは地震の強さに関する情報を持っています。最大強度は10です。岩手、九条、茨城、千葉、東京、神奈川では最大強度が9低いことが観察されました。福島と埼玉では最大強度が10低いことが観察されました。他の都道府県もこの地震の影響を受けており、6から4高い。繰り返しになりますが、震源が海底にある場合、津波の可能性があります。沿岸地域や川の近くから離れることをお勧めします。スタジオでも震えを感じました。また、落ち着いて行動することをお勧めします。新しい情報もあります。津波警報が発令されました。津波警報が発令されました。すぐに避難してください。 津波警報が発令されました。すぐに避難してください。2011年の東日本大震災を思い出してください。あなたの人生。
マグニチュード 9.0 の地震で津波が発生したため、避難命令が出されました。影響を受ける都道府県は、岩手県、宮城県、福島県、茨城県、千葉県、東京県、神奈川県、埼玉県です。影響を受ける都道府県の住民は、食料、水、衣類、医療用品、電池式またはハンドクランクラジオなどの物資、および身分証明書やお金などの重要なニーズを集めるように促されます。津波の到着予定時刻は、基本シルベ順次午前11時20分に千葉、茨城、神奈川、埼玉、基本シルベ順次午前11時35分に福島、日本時間午前11時40分に宮城と岩手です。マグニチュード 9.0 の地震で津波が発生したため、繰り返し避難命令が出されました。
Whether you're just taking off or up and running, Starling back.
This is an emergency broadcast message transmitted at the request of the United Kingdom Tsunami Center. A mega tsunami which is 106 meters tall has been confirmed by the United Kingdom Tsunami Center. This mega tsunami has been generated due to an earthquake with a magnitude of 9.7. The current threat level is critical. The affected regions are Anglia, and Yorkshire and Humberside. Residents in these regions are now urged to evacuate now. Gather supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery-powered or hand-crank radio, and important needs such as your ID and money. Estimated arrival times have been confirmed. The tsunami will arrive at Anglia within 30 minutes, and Yorkshire and Humberside at 35 minutes. Remember that time is of the essence. Do not delay, follow evacuation procedures now. This message will retransmit in 5 minutes.
At LV, we understand that insurance isn't just about looking after your home.
Emergency. Emergency. This is an update to the following tsunami warning that has been issued around 5 minutes ago. The United Kingdom Tsunami Center analyzed the mega tsunami heading towards Anglia, Yorkshire, and Humberside has appeared to be more dangerous than it looked. The current threat level is emergency. This mega tsunami is roughly 106 meters high above ground level and estimated arrival times for the tsunami are dangerously higher than anticipated. The new arrival times have been confirmed once more. The tsunami will arrive at Anglia within 10 minutes while Yorkshire and Humberside will arrive within 15 minutes. The United Kingdom government has issued a mandatory evacuation order for Anglia, Yorkshire, and Humberside and action is to be taken immediately. There will be no time to gather food, water, and medical supplies. However, you are required to gather your important needs such as ID and money. Evacuate to higher ground or evacuate west now. Contraflow will be initiated in order to evacuate citizens quicker. Authorities will not be able to help with your assistance as they are in order to evacuate the following citizens to safety. It is not recommended to pick up your relatives from schools, hospitals, nursery homes, and other businesses, as they have their own evacuation protocols and will be able to evacuate west safely. If you are ignoring the following order given to you, you are putting your life at risk and you are putting yourself into a possible death situation. Remember that time is of the essence. Do not delay. Follow evacuation procedures now.
Strange. Not only the moon that has caused many tsunamis and earthquakes, but it has an actual face. How much more that we didn't learn from the stuff?
Yeah, weird, isn't it? Feels like it's all connected somehow.
Because it is connected, James. Something is going on with it, and I need to find that answer before. Excuse me for 1 second.
Henry? You alright?
Dude, I am at loss at words right now.
What do you mean?
Take a look at it.
Okay. I guess. Oh no.
Holy fuck.
Oh no.
God fucking help me.
James! Henry! Is there something wrong?
Sierra, our worst case scenario for this situation is now happening.
Wait. No. Do you mean...
The moon is gonna collide with Earth.
Oh, God. You know what? We should inform the government about it. I'll try and see if I get Henry to stop having this heart attack.
Yes, ma'am.
We interrupt our programming. following message has been given the authorization to transmit on all stations at the request of myself, the National Aeronautics Research Administration, and the Norfolk Land Treaty Organization. This is Emergency Action Notification 1 Blackheart. Citizens of the world, I apologize for this sudden interruption, but it is the end of the world as we know it. At 11:59 p.m. Central Time, the moon, yes, our moon, is on a collision course with the Earth within the next 6 hours. When it was first discovered that the moon would collide with the Earth, NASA initiated Operation Carbon. The operation was an attempt to force the moon back into orbit by then setting enough nuclear detonations that in some way would push the moon back. However, due to how extreme the operation is and how late it discovered the moon colliding with the Earth, Operation Carbon might not be able to be planned as intended. In which NASA has discovered disturbing news that there is no way to prevent the collision from escalating any further. Several reports of tsunamis have been over the last 2 days have confirmed that it is unnatural behavior of the moon in cases like Australia, Canada, Japan, the UK, Indonesia, Thailand, South Africa, and other countries have been affected by the tsunamis occurred by the moon. To everyone listening to this message, approximately 6 hours are left before the moon collides with the Earth, and the impact site is said to be in Europe. My fellow Americans, whoever you are, in what country, state, or city you are living in, you are allowed to spend the final hours upon any action you want to commit. It doesn't matter if it's a crime or normal interaction. All actions upon you have done will no longer have consequences. And God forbid even tell your children what's going on. I will end this message for the final time with a verse from the Bible. Joel 3:1-2. For behold, in those days, at that time, when I restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Josaphat. Then I will enter the judgment with them there on behalf of my people and inheritance, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and they have divided up my land. The emergency alert system will now sign off with the national anthem for the final time. And if there's anything I want you to do, please spend your 6 hours on Earth wisely. It has been an honor to be born as an American and peacefully live in the afterlife as one nation under God. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.